guys, today we're just going to take a little quick look at this Civil War era revolver. This is a model 1849 Colt pocket revolver in .31 caliber. This 1849 Colt pocket pistol is dated 1860. This guy is a .31 caliber, and if you look at the frame, it is pretty much identical to the larger 1851 Navy and the .44 caliber 1860 Army. It's just reduced in size. There was about 340,000 of these produced by Colt between the years 1850 and 1873. There was 11,000 of these made at Colt's London Armory, which then kind of found its way into, a few of them found their way into New Zealand, South Africa, India, Ireland, and Australia. And there were more of these produced than any other Colt percussion pistol. This model here has a 4-inch barrel on it, which was one of the most popular versions they made. They did make a couple other barrel lengths, but the 4-inch was the most popular. It's got the brass strap there, and it's got the steel frame. And if you look, it's kind of hard to make out, but on the cylinder, it actually has an engraving of a stagecoach robbery. And actually, the cool part is all of the serial numbers match on the cylinder. There. All the serial numbers are matching, which is really cool. I will never shoot this because of its age, because there's a little defect on the barrel, and also because the trigger, it's probably just a spring, which I don't know if it would be easy to, it would probably be easy to replace, except for this one screw is absolutely mangled. But I will never fire this. It's just too historic for me to fuck around with black powder. But it does function. Here you can see there's a notch in the hammer to act as your rear sight, and it's just got a little front bead sight. It's got the engraving here, which try to get it to focus. It says address Sam Colt, New York City. And there's a little bit more of that stagecoach robbery, which I said it's hard to make out, but it is in your hand. You can see it. Colt's patent. I read somewhere that along the San Francisco Barbary Coast, sometimes these pocket pistols were referred to as the fifth ace by gamblers. This was a very popular pocket pistol because it's small enough where you could easily conceal it. They did see a little bit of use in the Civil War, but they were bought privately with the soldiers' own money, and apparently they were fairly popular with certain officers. The real reason is probably because that they were small and lightweight and probably preferred to carry them over some of the bigger, heavier revolvers. But I did read an anecdotal thing that, not jokingly, but a legend is that officers carried them to fend off surgeons that were a little amputation happy. I doubt that's true at all. Like I said, if anything, it's because of their lightweight and easy to conceal or smaller size instead of one of the bigger, heavier revolvers to carry on your belt. To take it apart, you have this guy right here that you pull out until it clicks. That little screw kind of keeps it in there. From there, you can remove the barrel. Half cock that, and the cylinder comes right out. Reportedly, with the bigger revolvers, what some people would do is pre-pack the cylinder with the powder, the wad, and the ball, and put the caps on it and carry 1 or 2 extra cylinders in a pouch. So that would be your quick reload, would be able to just remove the cylinder, put the other one in, put the barrel back on, and push that in, and be good to go. I don't think I'd want to test how quick you could do that under musket fire or a charge, but kind of a neat little concept for back then. To load it, you would take your individual powder measurement. you would put the powder in, you would drop the ball in, and then with this ramrod, as you see here, you would put it on half cock, and that way the cylinder can move. So if you did, that cylinder, you would move it down to here, and you would use the ramrod, and you see the ramrod, you can put the ramrod right in the cylinder, and you would seat the ball. It would take a lot of force because the lead ball is super tight on that, so you would force it in, and it would leave a little ring. That means that ball is really sealed in there. And then usually they would put a wad in after that to keep the powder from spilling or catching, and then you would put your firing cap or your blasting cap on the nipple there, so that way when you full cock it, the hammer hits the little blasting cap, which ignites the powder and sends the ball out the barrel. So they're a pain in the ass to load, which is why I could see someone carrying a few extra cylinders to not take the several minutes it would take to reload every single chamber. That was just a quick little history / show off of this cool little revolver I've had for a while that I haven't shown y'all yet. Again, nothing I'll ever fire, but it's the only Civil War firearm that I own, Civil War era firearm that I own. There's no proof this was actually used in the Civil War, but date-wise it matches up, and it was something that was privately bought by soldiers and officers, so it's fun to think, but it still goes with my Civil War stuff, so it pairs nicely with the Civil War sabers and bayonets that I have. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, be good.